it's Zena, Warthog Princess, and welcome to another Vera Bradley haul. This one has some brand new items and a special limited edition item at the end. Actually, multiple limited edition items because, well, you'll see. All right, the first item is actually not Vera, but it relates because if you remember, I did a whole bunch of Harry Potter, big haul. I'll put it here for you. But yeah, and I got several pouches on Amazon because, you know, I love my pouches, and I just thought it would be fun to have some Harry Potter ones. And since Vera didn't provide them, I had to look elsewhere. This one is from Loungefly. It's a denim material, so you can see on the back. It's actually a really nice denim. So I think it'll last. I think it'll wear well because, you know, like your old favorite jeans when they wear in. But it's perfect on the front because it has the Harry Potter HP, it has the glasses, has the lightning bolt, it has the crest, and then of course Gryffindor, which I am. So that just made sense to me. The inside has a pattern as well, kind of similar to the Vera Bradley concept, but it has just some iconic little symbols and pieces on the inside. And it's just like a satiny lining. So I'm really excited about this one. There are more to come, but they're not here yet. You know, Amazon, sometimes fast, sometimes not. Depends on where it's coming from. All right, the next item I got, this is the chunky keychain in French paisley. Of course, I love purple, and French paisley is a beautiful pattern. I think, you know, a lot of people are really, really into the birds and the flowers and specific parts of it. I just kind of like it on the whole. And funny enough, there are no birds on this piece, like at all, which I think is kind of funny because there's a lot of birds in this pattern. But it is, you know, inside and out, it's the French paisley. So this is kind of like the in the loop keychain that they normally had, but it's twice as wide and not quite as long. I mean, it looks as long because this bottom part right here is all sewn together, whereas on the other one, the loop comes all the way down. So you can actually, the other one you can slip on your wrist. This one, you know, I have big hands. So this, I mean, I could get it on my wrist, but I would have a hell of a time getting it off. So I can't use it that way, and it doesn't snap. So for me, that's not as good. So it needs to be just a little longer and or also have that snap, because the snap allows you to strap it onto things, which I really liked that functionality. So I probably won't be buying more of these, but in fact, I didn't buy this one. I ordered it, but I got it as a gift with purchase in the end. So thank you to the ladies in Wisconsin for hooking me up. That was very sweet and a lovely surprise I did not realize. So, yay! I don't have to be upset about anything. I got my money's worth and then some. So, happy, happy, happy about a new keychain in purple. Always good. Then I got two items in the new Disney Sweet Treat Ditsy. I got the luggage tag, and you can just see the adorable little treats. One thing I'll say about this luggage tag, it's nice that it's normal length, you know, whatever, but usually the retail side ones are laminated. I don't think that's the right word, but PVC coated or vinyl, whatever it is. But the vinyl coated fabric, and this one is just fabric. The reason that stands out to me is, besides that it's abnormal, if you will, is that this is a very light fabric. It's almost like a barely gray, kind of, almost like a blue gray, like a gray background, but very, very light. And so that without the coating is gonna be a dirt magnet, I just know, especially if you actually put it on your bags. So I'm not sure, we'll see, but I don't have a backpack or anything for it to go on. I just love Disney and wanted a piece of the pattern, so I got that. And then I also got the Passport wallet. And I think, you know, for $50, it's a little expensive for this piece, but, you know, there's no discounts or anything. If you wait, you might catch it later on a sale, which never used to happen, but does now. But, you know, you have to take a gamble if it's even going to be available. A lot of the stuff sold out straight away. And so let's talk about this website for a sec, the new website. Well, I looked in the morning that Disney released because, you know, if you don't hit it right away, you miss things. And I pulled it up and I only saw last season's Disney. So I went about my day, which was a very busy day, and I was offline all day. And I came back in the afternoon and got on there because I knew it was up because friends were buying and stuff. And already the zip ID and lanyard and cozy blanket were sold out. And I feel kind of bad, like frustrated, because I did look and I'm sure it was there, but it turns out in the afternoon I figured out you actually just have to scroll down. Like, I get it, but if it wasn't just 6 on a page, I would have seen that and I wouldn't have missed out. So I'm kind of the stupid website. But hopefully that will get better, because that load 21 thing, I mean, I seriously used to be on Vera every day, just scrolling, surfing, building my wish list, shopping, whatever. And right now I haven't been on it for days and I barely get on it at all. They're losing big business. I mean, you all know me, that is not good for Vera, but that's really unfortunate because, you know, anyway, I need to save money, so it's good for me, but this is a cute little piece. Again, it's that Sweet Treats Ditsy pattern, and it's just all over. So it doesn't have, like last time they had like one of the scenes from the other pattern, like Sweet Treats or whatever, and then on the inside it was the interior pattern, if you will. So this one is just interior all the way, which I don't have a problem with. I actually kind of like that it is that, but it would have been kind of cool, like maybe have the Sweet Treats on the outside, I mean the Ditsy on the outside, and then the Sweet Treats on the inside, or this piece right here maybe be a snapshot of that centerpiece of the Sweet Treats. Because even though I like the Ditsy a lot, and I like that the outside is Ditsy, honestly, I feel like I'm missing out because I got 2 Disney pieces. I've spent like $65 or something, and I don't have any characters at all. I feel like I got gypped. I mean, I bought knowing that, but you know what I mean. Anyway. Okay, so the Passport wallet has a zipper pocket here for your coins and whatnot, or whatever you want. Has a slide pocket here. It is RFID, and that's where you would, you know, put your passport in there, and it'll protect it. You can use this as a wallet. I like to use it as a slim wallet, actually. So on those light days, you've got 6 card slots. The bottom one is your clear ID, and then you have a big slip behind it. So I just fold my dollars in half, put them behind there, put my cards there, and then you can use this for whatever. Sometimes I'll put a notebook in there, but yeah, and then it just snaps closed. This is a faux leather. This one's a little flimsier than some of the ones in the past, but I think it's the same as last pattern. But there you go. So that's Passport wallet, and a lot of chit chat about it. The next thing I got. We'll save that. Oops. The next thing I got is 2 pairs of the compression socks. There were actually 3. I don't remember which pattern it was, but I know I liked the other pattern as well. And I had missed them, but then they restocked them. If you can't find them, because the site is a little bit weird, you can look for socks, you can look for compression socks. You can also look under the health profession line. Excuse me. The health profession line, because that's where they fall. You don't have to be a health professional to appreciate some compression socks, especially if you're a traveler. These are great. And these will just make it a little more fun than the plain black or brown ones that I already have. So this one is, well, they're both one size fits most. It's graduated compression socks, 15 to 20 millimeters. And I thought it said the pattern on here. I guess not. I don't remember which pattern, but they're like part of regular patterns. Now, one thing I will say about these is they're different slightly. This one has like all the flower stuff, you know, it's all like knitted in the fabric, so you can feel the thickness here versus here. You can feel that depth of threads, you know. And this one, when you know, they're gonna stretch, because obviously my calf is not this big, or my foot, or my calf is bigger than this, so it's gonna stretch. And so when it stretches, you know, I like to see that the pattern still maintains. I mean, it'll shape different, but it maintains its integrity. And on this one, you can see on the edges, there's like a shadow around. So I don't know if that's just because of how tight they pull or whatever, but now when you look at this one and you stretch it, you can really see more. But anyway, I think they'll be fine. I haven't tried them on yet, obviously, but they're pretty. They'll be fun. And then I got a French paisley throw blanket. I can take it out of the bag, but I'm not going to unwrap it. Just because, you know, I spend half my day folding and unfolding blankets, it seems. But it is soft. It's not the super, super soft. It's nice. It's really pretty colors, though. I mean, just that nice royal purple and the bright colors. I think it's pretty vibrant on the blanket, more so than like the reactive. For example, I'm staring at a piece of reactive over there from a previous haul, and it's more vibrant, but it's beautiful. I mean, look at that with the paisley and the flowers. And let's see if there's any birds on here. Not on this. They may be on the blanket, but not anywhere I can see. But just really pretty. The colors are great. So really, really happy about that. I do love the blankets. I have way too many of them, honestly, but they make excellent gifts. So, you know, I'm always adding to the pile because you can have it grabbed. And that's why I leave them all wrapped up too, besides the fact that I haven't used it yet, but also that way I can always gift it. All right. Then I got the special quilted tote, and we're going to talk a lot about this one, just little tidbits. But this is the Persistence Patchwork. It comes with an extra tag on there. You can see the pattern. It says, standing together with strong women throughout history, we celebrate our common thread of sisterhood with this special style commemorating a historic stitch in time, the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment. Vera Bradley. So I just kept the tags on it for now, and I will until I use it. That's my new thing. So I'll put it in that pocket. But a couple things straight away. It is a quilting type thing, obviously. It is actually not quilted though. I mean, it's quilted on top, but the pieces, it's one fabric that just is made to look like pieces of a quilt. And the stitching on this one, you can see, is these vertical lines, not the normal diamonds. Now, if you're familiar at all with the deluxe pieces from Vera Bradley, that's that kind of quilting. And I have a couple of deluxe weekenders, and so I know I'm familiar with this, and I knew when I saw it that I wanted it. This is just, that stitching, for some reason, it just breaks down the fabric differently, and it makes it feel really soft. It makes it feel more like a jersey knit than straight cotton. You know what I mean? It almost even feels like it has a little stretch to it, which probably does just by virtue of the way the quilting is, but in that direction. Not in the vertical, really, but it just feels different. It's just a totally different thing. And then what they did on the straps is, this looks to me like that outlet denim, but it is definitely a denim fabric on there, not a microfiber. I mean, it's a denim. And then they put this trim on there like the Harry Potter. I really, really like that it stands out like that. I think it goes really nicely and pops well on this. I like this colors with the blues and the pretty, pretty patterns. Oh, couple things. This piece right here, this was on the Cloud Vines patchwork as well. And, you know, I don't know where that comes from, except that it just makes it show stitching. So maybe that is where it comes into things. I think it's fine. It definitely stands out on the pattern, you know, 2 here, 2 here, and then 2 in the middle. So I did get to pick. I had 4 to pick from, and this one just jumped straight away out at me for a couple reasons. First off, when you look at quilting patterns, like on the tag, for example, you can see that's kind of centered on that sort of X or star, you might call it. And so it's kind of the center of the pattern. Well, if you look, I have, you know, these distinct, like basically intact X's, which I think it just is, the symmetry gets me. These right up at the top I just love, and it's all symmetrical, and I like that the center is offset because then you get some different pieces into it. I like that the pocket right here, it actually, even though it is choppy right here, it looks like it almost kind of goes there. So it's not quite totally choppy. I really, really like all of these stripes of fabric. So you got the squares, and then you got these stripes here. And that's where you get the pieces of the French paisley. It is a different coloration. It's blue instead of purple. but it's, you know, you got all your birds, lots and lots of birds and flowers, and I got all different birds and flowers. So I'm really happy with the assortment of things that I got in there. So I have these perfect squares. Also, I just really look, if you just kind of look at it and just let your eyes relax just a little bit, it almost looks like it's, you know, a checkered, like, you know, like the X's line up appropriately. It's not, but it almost looks like it is. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense to y'all. One thing though I did not realize or think about until I saw it is that the bag, as you look at it from the side, you can see like the top is narrow and the bottom tapers out. Well, that affects the pattern alignment as well. So what I like about the front is it's aligned, you know, it's straight and it lines up with the straps. I mean, this one ever so slightly different, but look, on the ends, you can see that, you know, you get a diagonal, you know, you get that extra piece on one side. So you get that on both ends, and it's negligible because you're not really looking straight on at the end very much, and obviously the back and front patterns don't align either. So you're gonna have a seam there anyways. It's just, you know, that you get that diagonal piece, so it's not straight aligned. Honestly, that's okay because I'd rather have it aligned on the front face and have that happen over here. But you can see, like when you look at it right here, you can see how that just angles out this way. So that's okay. It's just one of those pieces of reality that happens because of the construct of the bag. But I look on the back, and the back is basically one solid piece that has then the straps coming through on top. So it's definitely aligned much better. But what I liked about it, when you look at it, on the one hand, I look at it and I see, you know, the stripe all the way down the middle, and I've got my squares and everything is aligned here. And then I look here and I have arrow, 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 arrow. And so I'm symmetrical again, which I love. And on this one, it goes, you know, left, right, left, right. It's all just, you know, it's all about the symmetry for me. My, you know, call me OCD, or we say CDO because it's in alphabetical order. But I really like the bag. I like the colors. I like the feel a lot. Yeah, that's what I think. Has a really nice strap drop. It's your regular Vera bag, and it just looks really classy. It can go with a lot of different colors, not just the blues and denims and whatnot, because it goes in there. But yeah, so another thing, this blue stripe part right here, you can kind of see, I don't have any, but that is the interior pattern for Animal Kingdom, which I would show you. But then also, as you look at that, look right here, there's also bees in the pattern. So you got your bees, and you got your birds, and you got flowers and paisleys, and let me see, I'm looking for more bees. There's a bunch on here somewhere. Here's another one down here. So they're just different angles and positions and aspects of them. There's another one down here. And then on the back, we have multiple as well. So you can kind of see, I'll try and bring it closer here. So you got one right here, one right here. So they're just kind of, you know, pieced in all these different areas. So that's kind of fun just to pick out, like you look at it and you say, oh, I didn't see that flower before, or oh, that's a different color bird. I do have one bird that's upside down, but that's all right too. Looking at the inside, you have this other pattern. I don't know what you would call it. It is a star. Maybe it's supposed to be like a quilting star of another sort. But then also there's another detail in the pattern. Let me see if I can find one on this side. Yeah, right there. So then you have this, it looks like a needle and thread. See that? So it's like they're quilting, just kind of showing that. So that's kind of a nice nod to the quilting heritage of the pattern. Inside, it's just a normal Vera, like I said, so it has your 6 slip pockets, 3 on each side. And this is kind of a loose lining. I mean, it's tacked in, but it's not, you know, these details. I used to love when they're like quilted inside and out and all that, but it is not, it's not a rigid bottom. There is something inside. You can't remove it. It's folded anyway in the middle, but there is something in there that gives it a little bit of structure. but it is kind of a slouchy bag, slightly. I mean, you get some structure by virtue of all this fabric lined up where the straps are, but it is just a little bit, you know, it's just flimsier than, because of the quilting, it's flimsier than normal. Then one other thing is, you know, on the Veras you have this hidden pocket on the top edge of the back wall. So you got your phone pocket, if you will. And this one, unfortunately, is wonky. Now, I'm not going to send it back or anything. I kind of would love to, but I'm just not. I'm very tolerant of things, but I still will point it out and it will still bother the crap out of me. So this should lay flat like this, right? So it's hidden, but look what happens if I just slide the fabric over. There's extra on the inner compared to the outer. So that pocket just kind of hangs more open than normal. And you can see there's always a little gap. So yeah, because it's just not, there's excess. Somehow they got one side longer than the other and didn't align it. So that kind of sucks. I mean, I don't like to see things like that because that shouldn't happen. It should just be simple. I mean, it's a straight line, but anyway, whatever. It's still a nice pocket. It's lined as well with that same pattern. It's just not quite. But like I said before, I have the blue on the top on both sides. So this is the back. It's not quite perfectly the top, but same thing. I have the 2 high, 2 mid, and then an opposing middle, and same on the other side. So I kind of like that front and back are still symmetric, but yeah. So that is the persistence patchwork. You know, we could sit and talk about more of the details, but I got plans for today and I got somewhere to be. So I will let you go for now. I do have some other videos planned for today, planning videos. I got some new trinkets to go with that and some tidbits on the planners themselves. So anyway, hope you're doing well, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and don't forget to wash your hands. See you again soon. Bye for now.